Here we go, guys. We have our first match between Michaelyan and drmzjoseph. Pre-bans are going to be coming out shortly, and we've got first pick on the side of drmzjoseph.
Interesting to see on the pre-bans here. I'm not sure if drmzjoseph is going to be pre-banning any of the LD units that Michaelyan has, or possibly just a solid first pick counter, maybe banning out that Lulu and taking, it's like a Sierra first or a Chongpeng first. A lot of opportunity here. And there's the Water Ryu ban alongside the Carnal. So Michaelyan doesn't want to give up the Carnal first pick against drmzjoseph, realizes he uses it a lot on ladder.
Very interesting to see the Water Ryu ban here, the pre-ban here. It was nerfed previously. It was considered, I guess, a less... a reliable stripper now, but hey, maybe drmzjoseph still sees it as a threat, and we got the Carnal being banned out as well. drmzjoseph hovering over what looked like a Joe gun, taking it away. I'm curious if he's going to lock that in, and he goes with the CR first pick with the 24 speed lead.
Appreciate the little flash of the Cadiz, like, hey, I have an LD too. What's going on? Locks in the Sierra instead of the Joe gun. Michaelyan responds to the most classic comps. As we seen it yesterday, these first three picks are very common. The Sierra, Okeanos, and the Lulu countering each other in different ways. drmzjoseph leaning in for that secondary speed lead, small one, but 10% on friend could be just enough to take it, and possibly a violent Barbara here. Not quite sure if this is going to be swift for first turn contention yet. Can't really tell from the draft.
We're definitely going to be finding out. He went with the S-Shear. Ooh, taking the S-Shear back. He seems to be very unsure what he's going to be drafting, but it looks like he's going to be locking in Fran with that Bobber as well. Michaelyan taking that, of course, Okeanos in that first round. Was not taken by drmzjoseph. We may see that change later on, but here we go, guys. We've got a Chongpeng shown from Michaelyan and one other pick.
I really like the Water Ryu ban actually with this style for drmzjoseph here. He denies one of the speed lead opportunities for Michaelyan along with the stripper, but Michaelyan responds and takes the Chongpeng, gets the strip for his Okeanos, set up the defense break, and also takes in that Artemil. Artemil working very effectively against both the Beast Riders and the Sierra for those crits. Not a ton of damage output there, especially if he can pick up a second immunity unit here. drmzjoseph has to be careful. Really needs something to control and not give too much opportunity for a double immunity unit here. We saw it yesterday with True Whale, and it was a huge success. We could see it again here with Michaelyan.
Yeah, drmzjoseph going back and forth a couple of these units, and he finally decides to lock in that Molong alongside of the Masha. Two Beast Riders for drmzjoseph. Very aggressive draft. Michaelyan looking to respond, and he's going to show and draft a Triana.
Really like this Triana. Triana's very good against the Molong. Fairly good against the Barbara and the Sierra as well. Has the pseudo immunity with that one turn immunity and the cleanse. I think the draft actually favors Michaelyan here. It's really looking like he might actually have to ban either that Triana or that Artemil.
Well, we'll see what happens here. I mean, Ada could be possibly banned out, just leaving a lot of additional damage on Michaelyan's side of the field. Bans should be coming out shortly, and the bans are going to be the Triana and the Molong getting banned out. Here we go, guys. We're going to be getting into our first round with Michaelyan and drmzjoseph.
I really like this ban on the Molong. He realized that Triana had to be a force ban in this situation and just had the right setup, and it's going to be a good start to this match.
Definitely going to be a good start indeed. Barbara is going to be kicking us off with drmzjoseph. Looking for that strip on the Okeanos, not receiving it here. And we've got Masha getting pushed forward.
Masha goes for the defense break on the Artemil, but doesn't quite land at that high resistance. The bomb with the attack buff here could deal some significant damage to the Arta if he does hit it. Does he go for it though? He kind of has to. He doesn't really have too much of a choice. He needs to just take this Artemil down really quickly here. Lands the bomb. Unlike yesterday, we see the bomb come up and almost killing, just short the lethal right there.
Massive damage coming out of CR, almost removing this out from the field. Now we're going to have that Lulu able to heal, sustain it back up. Got a rain of stones coming out, landing the stuns on top of Masha in the CR, but looks like Ada's turn came and it was too late.
Too many crits there on drmzjoseph's side. Actually push the Artemil ahead of the Lulu, so Lulu does not get the opportunity to heal that Artemil. Artemil goes down to the continuous damage, and it's kind of pretty okay still here for Michaelyan, though. Doesn't quite need the Artemil for damage as the defense break coming up on the Chongpeng in a couple turns here, but the resetting control between these units alongside the Lulu's protection should be really effective here.
Definitely not what Michaelyan needed to see, dropping that out as early as it was. Now we've got Chongpeng looking to push back a little bit of attack bar. Low attack bars for drmzjoseph right now. A little bit of poke damage going towards that CR, and Lulu possibly looking to get some immunity up.
So in a draft like this, I feel like Michaelyan really should have had Will in his Artemil, especially in the current meta. There's a lot of things that can really take you out on first turn between additional damage poking and then a big bomb like that. I'm unsure if maybe he just relied on that 100 resist and was hoping that it would be just enough to set him up.
Yep, quite possibly, but we see that second skill comes out with the additional turn with Chongpeng. Chongpeng trying to dismount that Barbara, not coming through though.
Well, the glancing debuff getting huge value on the Sierra, though. Triple glance does not give her any attack bar. Lulu's going to be able to move forward. Could protect the Chung Pung here, so there's no defense break or pushback.
Choosing just the first skill that Barbara, looking for another dismount with that death break up there. Not doing so, though. Masha able to do a little bit of damage to that Chung Pung, not a lot. We've got Okeanos possibly transferring over an attack buff, and he does not.
Still no slow debuff, though. This Fran needs a violent proc to get the immunity up before the Chung Pung gets the big reset, or it's going to be over for drmzjoseph. And there it is. There's the extra turn. Fairy's Blessing comes up. 2-turn immunity and protection from the Chung Pung.
Yep, huge protection from the Chung Pung. That was very key that he got the immunity up there. Chung Pung would have been ready for that third skill, attack bar reduction. We've got Masha coming in with the big defense break and massive damage dropping Chung Pung here. And there you have it. Round one is going to drmzjoseph.
Wow, what an incredible play. Played it really slow and really safe, but at the end of the day, that Artemil, it was there, but it wasn't. He needed that will to protect it. If he had it, it would have been a totally different game. But, you know, that's just how it is when you kind of draft a little bit more on the aggressive side.
Yeah, definitely losing out of there
really paid off.
Yeah, losing out as early as he did definitely hurt Michaelyan a whole lot. drmzjoseph with a very clean draft there, and a little bit lucky on that violent proc, able to get his immunity up, because we may have had a turn of events, but doesn't matter now, guys, because we're getting into a round two with Michaelyan and drmzjoseph. Pre-bans from last time is the Connell and that Water Ryu.
I'm interested to see if Michaelyan can play out against this aggressive style of drmzjoseph, or if he's actually going to possibly swap it up, knowing he doesn't have first pick this time. Maybe he won't be able to get that Sierra. Maybe he won't be able to push with Fran focus. Not quite sure what Michaelyan wants to do here, but I think probably his best bet is actually going to be going for just a stronger, faster NCC now that he has the Water Ryu available for him.
Yeah, brand new pre-bans coming out here. We've got Masha getting pre-banned by Michaelyan, and the Ganny getting pre-banned by drmzjoseph.
Interesting Masha pre-ban. I think the Masha pre-ban alludes to a very heavy Chung Pung presence. Very good against it since the passive reduces attack bar reduction by half. But drmzjoseph takes it away, does not give Michaelyan the opportunity for it, going for the classic combination of Chung Pung Cardinal, my personal favorites. Michaelyan responds with the classic meta picks, Sierra, Okeanos, and the Lulu.
Yep, Okeanos and Lulu going in second here for Michaelyan. drmzjoseph looking to counter with a Vanessa 33 speed lead alongside that Ashir.
A little bit dangerous here. I find the stagnant speed lead not the greatest. It does give his team a good setup, and Ashir is the guaranteed turn one, but he only has one AoE stripper, so if he doesn't pick accordingly, drmzjoseph could get that Chung Pung band out and just be stuck behind a wall of immunity. Michaelyan responds, taking the immunity unit that he had before, the Lulu, alongside the Hagang as the counter, and a Rika last pick. Very strong here.
Rika being a last pick there is also a great place to be putting that. Obviously makes drmzjoseph want to bring a little bit of protection here. So he shows the Fran. Is he going to choose to lock this unit in after seeing this Rika? And does. Locks it in. Bans are coming out.
I'm going to call a Fran and a Rika ban here. I think if the Fran is banned, drmzjoseph still has both the Lulu and the Hagang. If drmzjoseph does not ban the Rika, he has to fully control it. With both of those units up, it's going to be pretty difficult. The Chung Pung strip is countered heavily by the Hagang, but the Lulu is going to be pretty strong against the Cardinal. It's very difficult for Cardinal to land that control CC on it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. This is why Rika is one of the most banned units in the game right now. This fifth spot for Rika being very, very key, but looks like he does not ban out that the Fran, and Hagang's going to get banned out for Michaelyan.
Playing it a little differently. We're going to be seeing definitely a slower match. No AoE strip on Michaelyan's side, but first turn is going to go to drmzjoseph.
Well, here we go, guys. Can drmzjoseph hold on one more win here? We're about to find out. drmzjoseph versus Michaelyan Ashir kicking it off.
The big strip takes the first turn onto Sierra, wants the defense break set up so the Fran can push in. Oh, actually just goes for the reset instead, denies the damage from Sierra, doesn't go for the strip.
Yeah, went for the reset on the Sierra, but we've got that reset that just missed on the Vanessa as well. Fran getting the immunity up here.
Yeah, the big reset missing on Fran is pretty unfortunate, not being able to take away that immunity protection. Both players have immunity here. It's going to be just a battle of chip damage. The extra turn from Vanessa, but Vanessa actually loses her immunity. An opportunity for some debuffs in here.
Yeah, definitely what drmzjoseph didn't want to see here, but he did get a little bit of damage into that CR, doing a little bit better for him. Now he did go and strip everybody except that Lulu.
No glancing from the Chung Pung, though. A little bit unfortunate. The Sierra is going to have a lot of rotations with that skill 1, critical hits, and get attack bar gain. A little bit unfortunate here for drmzjoseph.
Yeah, Michaelyan showing he wants to eliminate this Punk from the field. Punk still standing tall with that immunity up there. Can't really do too much.
We do have to keep our eyes up for this Escher, though. You know, a lot of people underrate Escher past the first turn. You know, he gives that attack bar boost and goes forward, but he also does a ton of damage with additionals, and on kill actually resets the cooldown of his skill 3.
Yeah, Rika getting the additional turn with a sleep on top of that Escher, looking for another additional turn with sleeping this Vanessa, not receiving it though.
Michaelyan playing very safe and very calculated, wants to be able to unload all debuffs at the same time with this Fran, no immunity.
It was a very important match for Michaelyan. He needs to secure it, so he's got to definitely play safe. We got the Rain of Stones coming out now that all the immunity's gone on the side of drmzjoseph, going to get a full team stun, and he gets that full team stun. Reset possibly coming out onto the Vanessa because he did miss it before.
Goes for the Fran reset, hits it the second time, missed the first, but he got it. There's the reset, so no immunity will come up. Now the heavy control from Rika comes in. It's looking really grim for drmzjoseph. Doesn't have a lot of potential to come back from all of these dots in the slow debuff.
Yeah, most definitely. Bomb, of course, not landing. We've seen that all too many times before. Vanessa with the additional turn really can't do too much here except land that death break. And we've got Rika primed and ready. Both skills going off.
Oh, and a really important full team slow. It's going to have a lot of control here. No speed buff from the Escher means there's no way to counter that speed debuff.
And a bomb finally landing for Michaelyan, removing that Vanessa from the field. Fran's going to be dropping here, but there we have it. Michaelyan taking round 2 away from drmzjoseph.
And there it is. That consistent, safe control setup really gave him the opportunity to take that match. Took it away from drmzjoseph, played in his own field, in his own playing ground, and just really clean, really well played.
Yeah, that's the importance of slowing things down, really taking your time, and Michaelyan did that exactly. He calculated all of his plays, and he executed well.
There it is, the pre-bans return. The same as the first round, we see the Carnal and we see the Water Ryu. Interested to see if Michaelyan can swap up his strategy a little bit here, playing around what drmzjoseph took last time with the double Beast Riders and the Fran.
Yep, interesting to see the same pre-bans as that first match, but it looks like drmzjoseph going with that same draft so far as well. Taking that CR, Michaelyan going with an Okeanos, possibly Lulu again.
Lulu definitely a strong potential here. Could actually pick up the Punk to take it away from drmzjoseph, but it is a little risky. The Okeanos Punk into a Sierra Lulu, not the safest of combinations.
There is that Lulu coming out of Michaelyan. We see Fran and Barbara coming out for drmzjoseph. We've got a very familiar draft to that first match. Now, is he thinking his ad is not going to disappear as soon as it did last time, but he's going to be drafting it again?
Ooh, picks the early Triana to deter the option of the Molong pick. drmzjoseph does have 2 options to pick here. The Masha is fairly effective into the Triana. Could lean towards actually just banning out the Artemil this time instead.
Well, drmzjoseph hovering over a Molong, which is an excellent unit to help get rid of a unit possibly like this Triana here.
We see for the last pick, does the Masha come back? Do we see a return of the Masha? No, it's leaning towards the Punk, wants that AoE control.
Yep, Punk's coming out for drmzjoseph, wrapping up his draft here. Michaelyan hovering over a Diana, which isn't looking too shabby right now.
Michaelyan absolutely knew that was coming out, knew it was going to be a heavy pick. He could either ban the last unit or just simply throw in this Diana for the extra damage. I think I'm leaning towards possibly a Sierra ban this game, or maybe just the Fran for no attack buff.
Well, here we go. Bans should be coming out. I would imagine these two are going to take a little bit of time here. Really want to get this ban correctly. We're going into a round 3 between the two of them. Diana is going to get banned out. Ciara is going to get banned out. And we're going into a game 3, guys.
A little bit of a different setup here, but I still think Michaelyan has quite a heavy advantage. Has a lot of protection, has both the Triana and the Artemil to protect. Molong not going to be able to snipe too heavily, and most of his damage comes from water units.
Well, we've got 3 defense breaks on the side of drmzjoseph, so it's looking pretty good to help remove that unit. We're going to see, guys, is it going to be enough, or can Ada hold on and gain a victory for Michaelyan? Barbara with the first turn here.
Also interesting to note, it looks like that Punk might be on Swift, so might not actually have the potential to get any extra Fox skill 2 into skill 3.
Barbara with a lot of damage into that Okeanos. Okeanos about at 50% here. We see the attack buff and immunity coming up with this Fran with the additional turn, trying to get a little bit of attack break and more damage onto the Okeanos. Reckless Assault is there, primed and ready. Does he choose to use it, but passive up with the Triana?
So interesting, he does go for it. He knows he doesn't have to take any damage if he procs the Triana passive. He uses it so that he can pick the next turn and kind of take it down with that Barbara.
It was actually a very, very smart play because of that Triana's passive, allowing no damage to be taken to the Molong. I quite like that a whole lot. And we've got Barbara looking to try and get rid of this Okeanos. Okeanos looking very low, not healthy at all.
That was an incredible amount of damage coming out. That attack buff Barbara doing a lot. Even without the defense break, still manages to hit. And the strip is reset on the Chungpong, so Chungpong does not actually have a skill 2 available.
Nope, we've got out of using that skill 2 to heal up Okeanos. Okeanos now looking a lot more healthier now. Fran possibly looking for an attack bar reduction on this Lulu.
He does have the kill potential here. Defense break into a violent proc skill 2, but doesn't go for it. Plays it safe. And the revenge stun from Arda shuts down the Molong's extra turn potential.
Here we finally see a despair stun coming out of Ada on top of the Molong. Triana's got Barbara in her focus, trying to deal a little bit of damage here. Ada with the strip of the immunity.
Not enough. Michaelyan has weathered the onslaught at the beginning of the match, and his Okeanos is able to use a rain of stones. Another stun comes out from Ardamil, not quite knocking off the Barbara though.
Not yet. He really needed to dismount that Barbara, but he did not get it. No more despair stuns coming out of this Ada right now. He really needs to see a little bit of action from this unit.
We need to take down this Barbara. This Barbara's really close and in a dangerous position, but Triana's passive comes back with that violent proc, and the sleep on Barbara denies even more damage.
Massive sleep right there on top of Barbara, and it was such an important violent proc for that Triana to get the passive back up again. Finally dismounting the Barbara. Barbara looking to deal massive damage to this Okeanos. Okeanos did hold on here.
Fran does have the Fairy's Blessing, so the attack buff and immunity comes back. I don't know if it's going to be enough. This dismounted Barbara takes a lot of damage right now.
Well, there's the defense break sitting on top of Okeanos. Okeanos is going to be disappearing shortly. Barbara coming back for more. There's the passive of Triana, and Ada's going to be finishing off the Barbara.
Okeanos is just living through it all. Everyone's protecting it. I feel like this is a 3-protect-1 comp here.
Oh, that was a very important strip. He did get the strip on top of all the units. Glancing sitting on top of that Triana as well. But a beautiful additional turn coming out of Fran to help rotate those cooldowns with attack bar reduction on Okeanos as well.
Goes for the Archangel's Blessing, wants to play it safe. Not sure if the Molong is going to proc into that skill 3. Doesn't though, so he is protected. Does live for another turn.
It looks like a very current Molong. That's not a 2017 Molong there with that second skill. Nobody getting stunned up. Immunity back onto the Okeanos.
And drmzjoseph needs the Molong from yesterday. The 4-man stun Molong on the first turn. But sadly, we can't see that in every single game.
Oh, Triana with those additional turns, getting that passive back up with a sleep on top of it as well.
I know Degon mentioned that we didn't see much Hathor here, but it seems like this Triana's trying her absolute hardest to be Hathor, sleeping everyone on every single turn.
Chungpong looking for an attack bar reduction on top of Okeanos, not receiving it here. More damage towards the Fran. Fran in a danger zone for sure, and we've got full immunity up, but Fran's got that second skill primed and ready.
A big heal from Purify as attack goes up and HP goes down. She does manage to heal for quite a bit. No crit from the Ardamil, though. Not a 100 crit setup.
Definitely, and with the new crit changes, you're expecting to have these units 95 plus to make sure you land all these crits here. But Ada missing a crit is not exactly what Michaelyan needs right now.
Looks like Michaelyan's going to be able to take down this Fran, and drmzjoseph might be losing the series here.
Oof, almost lost it with the Lulu there, but Okeanos is going to be finishing off that Fran. Definitely going to be losing the series here. I just don't see how he's going to come back here. And there we have it. Michaelyan takes round 3 away from drmzjoseph.
Michaelyan, everybody. drmzjoseph, every single America's Cup qualifier will have to wait into the bottom bracket because Michaelyan, with that methodical draft number 3, comes up huge here. The 3-protect-1, as Once in Love said. Okeanos surviving through every single thing, even though it got through Stoic's favorite unit to say, Barbara was putting down the elemental damage.